Have you ever stopped to think about your choices? Every decision we make involves a sacrifice. But do we understand what we are leaving behind? Economics, the basis of our entire social life, is a science of sacrifices. When you choose to satisfy one desire, you are leaving another aside. Every choice carries the weight of something that could have been done, but was not. How do you organize your desires? Are you clear about what you want? Life is like a list of priorities where you, consciously or unconsciously, place each desire on a scale. What is at the top of your list right now? And what are you leaving behind because of that? Imagine the physical world as a model in clay, inert, shapeless, just waiting for you to mold it. What are you creating with your hands right now? Are you using your imagination and reasoning to shape the reality around you? Or are you just repeating patterns that someone else has already drawn for you? Physics teaches us that two bodies cannot occupy the same space at the same time. But what about your mind? Have you ever noticed that when you focus on one desire, there is no room for another? Are we consciously choosing what occupies our mind and our actions? In the end, it all comes down to the choices we make. What are you choosing now? And most importantly, what are you exchanging these choices for? Your life is a reflection of what you decide to shape. So what should you create? All these questions will be answered in this video. So subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell, and don't forget to like. The choices we make every day are not always thought through with the depth they deserve. Each decision carries a sacrifice, but do we really stop to think about what we are leaving behind? What are we exchanging by choosing one path over another? We focus on work, on success, on what we think is urgent, and often, without realizing it, we give up unique moments, experiences that could change our lives. Are we aware of these exchanges? Or do we simply go with the flow, without questioning the impact of our decisions? Every choice shapes who we are and who we become. And most importantly, are we ready to deal with what we have left undone? How are you organizing your desires? Sometimes it seems like we know what we want, but are we really that clear? In the frenetic pace of everyday life, it is easy to let immediate needs or external pressures dictate our choices, without stopping to think about what really matters. Life is like a list of priorities, where each desire occupies a place, whether we realize it or not. So, what is at the top of your list right now? Do your choices reflect what really matters in the long run, or are you just following what seems most urgent? And what are you leaving behind by prioritizing these choices? Have you stopped to think about the opportunities that are left behind? Every decision we make creates a no to something we could have lived, learned, or experienced. Now, imagine the world as a large, shapeless model in clay, waiting only for your hands. What are you creating right now? Are you using your imagination and reasoning to bring your ideas to life and shape the reality around you? Or are you just letting the world shape you? The power to transform lies within you. What are you going to do with it? Are you simply repeating patterns that someone else created for you? Have you ever stopped to think that many of the behaviors you have may not really be yours? Society, the media, family, they all shape the way we see the world. Maybe you are just reproducing what was programmed into you without even realizing it. When was the last time you questioned your own patterns? Maybe it's time to rewrite the script. Following a script that is not yours without even realizing that your choices were already designed by someone else. Think about it. How many decisions have you made in the last few days that were truly yours? Are the career you follow, the things you consume, the opinions you defend, a reflection of your desires or the result of external expectations? If you don't set your own goals, the world will define them for you. Don't let other people's choices be your compass. But have you ever stopped to think about this? You may have never thought about it, but this is the key to starting to truly live your life at your own pace. Focusing on what is important to you requires reflection, disconnecting from the external noise and looking within. If you don't do this, you will end up filling your time with things that have no value. How about pausing now and questioning your true priorities? Are you really in control of what occupies your mind and your actions? Who is in charge? The answer should be obvious, but is it? The world is constantly trying to distract you, sell you something, or make you believe you need more. Are you in control of your choices, or are you just a puppet pulled by invisible strings? Taking back control of your mind is the first step to taking control of your life. Or are you letting other people's priorities invade the space where your own desires should be? If you don't protect your mind space, someone else will fill it with their own agendas. Everyone wants a piece of your attention: social media, influencers, companies. But where do you fit in? Defining your own desires and protecting them from distractions is the key to a more authentic life. After all, are you living your dreams or someone else's? What are you choosing right now? Right now, you are making choices. Even without realizing it, every action you take is a decision. Are you choosing to grow, change, evolve, or just stay the same? Every minute that passes is an opportunity to align with your true desires. So ask yourself, are these choices moving you toward your goals, or are they just keeping you stuck in the status quo? What are you trading these choices for? Every choice you make has a cost. When you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. What are you sacrificing? Is it worth it? It could be your time, your energy, or even your dreams. The big question is, are your trade-offs moving you closer to who you want to be, or are they moving you further away from what really matters? Your life is a reflection of what you decide to shape. There's no getting around it. The life you live today is a direct result of the decisions you made yesterday. If you don't like what you see, it's time to make new decisions. You have the power to create the life you want, but it takes intentionality and courage to change what's not working. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens from you. So what should you create? That's the most important question. What do you want to build? It could be a project, a new version of yourself, a reality more aligned with your values. Whatever it is, know that you are the sole architect of your destiny. So, where do you start? Decide now to create something that has meaning, that makes you wake up every day with purpose. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more reflections on life choices. Shaping the future is a choice we make together.